Shalom. Giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rabbi Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles, great millstone, do well. Peace, love, and blessings also to the 144,000, which is potentially you brothers out there on the highways and byways, giving all diligence to make call election sure. And also blessings to the 1/3, the true body of believers, all right, that also believe on Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, that consist of men, women, and children. Okay, believing in Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, whether it be helps or whatever your lot may be. Okay, but here it is. I'm your fellow laborer Kanakla, coming at you once again from GMS Tampa, the branch down here in Florida. And Lord's full to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's lessons, edifying and exhorting. Okay, and the title of this one will be "The Days of Mourning Are at Hand." The days of mourning are at hand. All right, similar to what is it? Similar to the beginning of sorrows. Okay, that's what I was looking for. But I'm titling this "The Days of Mourning Are at Hand," and first thing comes to mind. I'm gonna get this quick precept, and we're gonna get into some videos and a few articles, and we'll close this thing out. Don't make it too long, Lord's will. This has audio and it's being recorded. So real quick, Ezekiel 2 verse 10, the book of prophet Ezekiel. It says, "And he spread it before me." Slack it. Let me read verse 9. Ezekiel 2 and 9. It says, "When I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein." And cross-reference NLT, "Then I looked and saw a hand reaching out to me. It held a scroll." And this is a representation. This scroll, this book is representation of the Bible, all right, which we have today, the Biblios in the Greek, in the collection of books, all right. So the whole book, all right, in its entirety. It says, "And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without." And cross-reference, "which he unrolled, and I saw that both sides were covered with funeral songs, words of sorrow, and pronouncements of doom." Ooh, that's heavy. In the NLT, never read it in the NLT. It says it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations, and mourning and woes. It says pronouncements of doom, because that's what's coming. So here it is, October 1st. This is posted ABC Action News 4 hours ago.
Starting September 30th, more than 3 million children and families could lose access to childcare as funding comes to an end. In about a week, emergency childcare funding from the pandemic will expire.
The initial reaction is, what are we going to do?
The funding, part of the American Rescue Plan Act passed in 2021, included more than $20 billion in childcare stabilization grants.
So we were able to do some things like bonuses, but we weren't able to do things that were sustainable and maintain higher salaries and things. And so we're going to struggle with that. And then if it impacts our families the way it's anticipated, that's going to bring more of our income down, because we basically operate just on the fees.
Come September 30th, that funding will disappear, leaving people like Miss Tony Boyd, director of the College Hill Church of God in Christ preschool, scrambling.
We are trying to see where we can cut costs, minimize some things. We are already a very small operation.
The Century Foundation progressive researchers project 3.2 million children and families will be left without childcare.
It's heartbreaking because, most kids get their meals in school, and when they're not in school, they don't have their meals.
Patrice is a mom of 3. She tells me she took her son out of daycare before when she couldn't afford it, trying to put herself through nursing school. Now she worries what a lack of funding could mean for her.
It definitely will hurt not only me, but other parents. It will hurt the business, because people are barely making ends meet nowadays. It's tough.
Century Foundation projects more than 70,000 childcare programs, one-third of which are supported by American Rescue Plan, will likely close.
Childcare was a broken market before the pandemic, so there has long been an issue of high prices for families, low wages for early educators, and just not enough childcare slots and programs.
Here in Florida, it expects more than 200,000 kids to lose childcare and around 2,000 childcare programs to close.
We don't want to raise our rates too much. Part of our mission for us personally was to make good preschool education available for children in this surrounding community. We're going to have to raise our rates. Right now, we're trying to figure out how much.
She says while funding has helped, there needs to be sustainable assistance in order to protect the future of our children, their education, and well-being.
I need those who are making these decisions to better understand what the impact of their decisions are.
In Tampa, Lydia Vasquez, ABC Action News.
And they understand, the impact of these
ABC
decisions.
Action News.
They understand very well the impact of these decisions because all roads lead, all right, to the MOTB, which is the RFID chip, all right, to press you. So now you're in a state of begging and mourning for assistance, for help, and they're gonna have that chip ready for you, prepped for you. So you know I'm going right to the point. Isaiah 32, because majority of them was majority is the Israelite women and children, all right, because they have already made the pact with Satan, all right. Esau eating the government and got the man out of the house, so they're raising these kids on their own. And it's a financial burden. Ezekiel, it's like Isaiah 32. And is it 32? Let's see. Yeah, Isaiah 32 and 11, right to the point. I don't want to spend too much time on this. It's like a 32 and 9. It says, "Rise up, ye women." It's talking about Israelite women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. The daughters of Zion, careless. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. They're careless. Okay, because this system, they depended on this system for so long, they became carefree. Guaranteed resources. But guarantee isn't so guaranteed anymore. It says, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. All right, the vintage, the word I think goes back to wine, but which is the resources. Okay, it's gonna fail. The gathering shall not come. All right, the gathering shall not come, and I'll read this. Next two verses says, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled," and they are troubled. You seen the lady's face? She's troubled. She don't know how she's gonna provide for these kids. Ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins, which is how can I put it? Lack of a better term, characteristics of mourning, acts of mourning. All right, sackcloth. So that's pretty much. I'm gonna leave that one there. All right. So you saw it here. So let's skim through a little bit of this. As you can see here, starting October, says what happens if you don't pay your student loans. It says student loan payments are due in October for the first time in 3+ years. And I remember doing research, like the average payment is like $400. Concerning the interest, the average payment is like $400 a month for this stuff. All right, for these student loans. It says student loan payments are due in October. So all these things, the government is facing a shutdown. It's cutting funding, and then now they're requiring for you to resume to making these payments back. So they're squeezing people, man. It's October for the first time in 3 years plus, but for the next 12 months, borrowers will be able to skip payments without facing the harsh financial consequences of defaulting on their loans. So this stuff really messes up your credit. All right. It's reported to the credit bureau, and it messes, destroys your credit. But hey, payments are due to resume. And I had something else. I forget exactly what it was. I had something queued up here. Just I was gonna skim through, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. But in the midst of I see diseases, pestilences popping up. So it's just end time headlines everywhere. Majority of the people, what are they doing? Who knows? Okay, yeah, this is it right here. Let's look at some of these headlines, right? BRICS countries dump 123 billion in U.S. Treasuries in 2023. All right, this is 10 hours ago. This is the end of America. All hell is gonna break loose here. It's gonna be terrible. Okay, it says let's see. I was skimming through some of these things. Like I said, I'm gonna just skim through it. I don't want to make the video too long. Let's see some more. Oh, look at this. Terrible things happen to monkeys after getting Neuralink implants, according to veterinarian records. And look, now it's supposed to be set off to human trials. Okay, I believe Revelation 16 speaks about those that received this mark. Sores, pus, cancers, basically broke out on them. Okay, BRICS suspension aims to reduce dollars decades long dominance report 2 days ago. Okay. All right. Finance Minister warns BRICS, saying de-dollarization leads to disaster because, yeah, even though they're gonna do this, these other nations are gonna suffer as well too, because they're so they're in, the point being they're in too far deep within this dollar, so they're gonna feel the effects of this dollar collapsing. All right, as well. Let's see. That's pretty much it. All the end time headlines, a lot of headlines in here. Okay, but I'm gonna leave it there. But you had martial law getting ready to break out. All right, elders are going in on that. All right, people are just hit, man. Okay, so the days of mourning are at hand. So when he I'm gonna bring that one back real fast. Ezekiel chapter 2, going down. It says, when I look and when I look, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe, because these be the days of the Lord's vengeance, man. All right. It says pronouncements of doom, funeral songs, words of sorrow, and pronouncements of doom. This is the pronouncements of doom. I'll probably add that into the title, pronouncements of dooms. Pronouncements of doom. All right. I wanted to get one last verse. Okay. Because this is a beautiful analogy the scriptures is used. So let's get it. 2nd Ezra 16:37, it says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son. 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. And this is, once again, the days of mourning are at hand. A lot of people are finna be gonna feel these basically like great birth pains as a woman with child, man. So there's gonna be a lot of mourning, sorrows and crying. That's it. That's what's coming. Great mornings are coming, man. Okay, you if you can't see it now, you think things are gonna get better? Oh man. It says great pains compass her womb, which pains when a child cometh forth, they slack not at a moment. So this is what's happening. All right. The gathering shall not come. This is it. This is it, man. Back in the scriptures, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. All these pestilences popping off everywhere. You know, even though if it's Esau's doing it, still. All right. It says, and the world shall mourn. Lamentation, mournings, and woes. So the world is getting ready to mourn. The world is getting ready to mourn. And sorrow shall come upon it on every side. That beautifully links up with Ezekiel chapter 2, the last verse. Okay? O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those days evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. All right, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth is one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise, as he that hath not profit by it, and he that buildeth, as he shall not dwell therein. All right, so as if you don't have these things, if you got you know you're gonna lose. You get ready to lose all those things. Okay. The one of the New World Order slogans: you will own nothing, but be happy. Okay. And I'm gonna leave it there. All right. Don't make it too long. I don't want to make it too long. Just a quick hit. You know, just to update you, man. A lot of funding is being cut. Student loans resume. De-dollarization, martial law. All right. Getting ready to approach hyperinflation. So, man, with that, I'm giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Shalom to the elect.